Hello, I'm Cheryl, an employee of the Round Lake Area Library. This video is meant to address something we're all facing as we keep each other safe by staying at home. We're all trying to minimize our trips to the grocery store, and that means when supplies are dwindling, whether we're ready or not, we have to face a quarantine cooking challenge. How do you make a meal when you're down to the last few of your more durable groceries? These are nobody's first choice. They're sort of the bench warmers of the pantry. The key is to be fearless in the kitchen and to have fun experimenting. As a demonstration, I'm going to pick 3 random items from the sorts of ingredients you might have left in your cabinets too, and use them with a few other straggler ingredients to make a meal. Together, we'll discover that you don't have to be a chef to make a little kitchen magic.
Oh no. Stupid short tuna cans. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here.
It helps when looking at your options to think in terms of categories of food. That way you may make something odd, but at least it will be balanced and odd. I've listed some of the ingredients I have today and will be taking one from each list: vegetables, starches, and proteins. We may still get a weird combination, and we may never want to make this again, but every failure helps to build knowledge, and it will be better the next time. We got carrots, pasta, and tuna. Not bad. We'll go step by step to make the meal, but I'm going to speed some things up for the video. No sense having you watch the pasta water coming to a boil.
Palfrey Blistershins here. She's also not showing you all the hand washing. You should know that cleanliness in the kitchen has always been important, even before coronavirus. Wash your surfaces, your tools, and your hands for happy food.
The obvious choice with our ingredients would be something like a tuna casserole or a one-pot meal, but since that's what I had last night, we'll go in another direction and make a pasta salad with tuna patties. You start by boiling the pasta in salted water. We're using bow ties because they're fun and because they're what I have. Almost any pasta would do. Stir right after you add the dry pasta or you'll get clumps. Cool a noodle to test for doneness. You can feel if it's ready or just bite it. That's really the easiest way to know if it's ready. We'll want them soft but with a bit of resistance. Now normally you wouldn't rinse after draining for a hot pasta sauce, but since we'll be chilling this, rinse it in cold water to wash off some of the starch or it will stick together in the fridge. You could also stir in a little oil to prevent clumps, then chill the noodles until you're ready to put the salad together. A pasta salad is best when you can put a variety of vegetables in there, and you can use all sorts of fresh vegetables for a refreshing summer dish. Since we're working with our hardiest leftover provisions, we've got carrots, which will last a little longer than most delicate vegetables like spinach or mushrooms, but they're also tougher in texture. To keep them from competing with the softer noodles, you'll want to cut them thin with a knife or a vegetable peeler, and you may want to give them a short dip in lightly salted boiling water, followed by ice water, in order to soften them a little more. So we'll put the carrots in. By the way, I've got the camera attached to me, so sometimes I'm making choices between steadying it or using both hands to cook. And we're going to add those frozen peas too, because more colors, more variety makes a better salad. You can put those in frozen because they hold their shape and they thaw quickly enough. Use whatever else you like here. Bits of leftover vegetables, canned olives. I'm using a little spicy pickled vegetables for more flavor. This recipe is really flexible. Once you've mixed it all together, it's time to add the dressing. You could very easily just use a bottled dressing if you have it. Since you might not, I'll show you how to make a simple one. A basic oil and vinegar dressing is around 3 parts oil, any edible variety, to 1 part vinegar. I'm using olive oil, and I'm about out. Good thing we don't need too much. Instead of the vinegar, I'm going to use lemon juice. It's also acid like vinegar, and the lemon will go well with the tuna we'll be making. The ratio doesn't have to be exact. Now you can add other flavors to this base. We'll be adding dried dill, and we have some chives growing already, so we'll snip in some of those. Whenever you can add fresh herbs to a pantry meal, it helps to brighten the flavor, but dried will do fine. Just use whatever you've got and whatever you like. Mix them all together and add to your salad. Then chill it so that the flavors can mingle. Now for the tuna patties. You can really use this idea with other types of canned meat too, like chicken or salmon, or even use leftover cooked meats cut or shredded into bits. We're using plain old tuna in water. We'll also need breadcrumbs. I've got some panko here, which is a little fluffier and grainier than the breadcrumbs I'd normally use, but we can crunch it up. If you don't have packaged crumbs, it's a simple thing to make some by drying out a couple of pieces of your oldest bread in a low-temperature oven and crushing them with a rolling pin or a mallet. That's how we always made them when I was young. Or you could even use crushed crackers. We'll also put in an egg to hold it together and some onion chopped fine for flavor. The trick here is to balance the dry crumbs with the wet egg. You don't need measurements, but until you've made this often enough to have a good feel for the ratio, just start with the tuna, onion, and egg, and then gradually add the crumbs until it seems dry enough to hold together without being so dry that it falls apart. You should be able to loosely press it together into 4 patties a little smaller than your palm if you use a standard 5-ounce tuna can. I got one slightly smaller than the others because I was a little too generous with the first 3. Heat your pan on medium-high heat. I like to use a cast iron one because it holds heat well, rarely sticks, and is easy to clean. You can use your favorite frying pan. Any sort of frying pan will do. Add a little oil, but not too much. We're not deep frying it, but we do want enough to be able to brown them evenly. When it's hot, add the patties carefully and don't press them with the turner. You should see bubbles and sizzling in the oil if the temperature is right, but turn it down if the oil starts to smoke. After a few minutes, when they're brown on the first side, flip them. It won't take long because the tuna is already cooked in the can, so you're mainly just firming up the egg and getting some color on them. Cook the second side to a similar golden brown before removing them. You could set them on paper towels to drain, but they shouldn't be too greasy if your pan was hot enough. Now serve your quarantine meal. From a few basic items, we've made something tasty and nutritious. I hope this inspires you to experiment and to make a little kitchen magic of your own. And if you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel to see more helpful and entertaining videos from the Round Lake Area Library. Thanks for watching.
Oh my gosh.